At 66. Nadine expected nothing more than laughter, cake, candy and little family warmth on her birthday. Instead, her daughter-in-law stood up at a dinner table, raised her glass and publicly called her a burden no more one stickery. That was the moment Nadine knew. If they saw her as weak, they'd soon learn just how wrong they were. If you've ever been pushed aside, underestimated, or made to feel invisible, this story is for you. Smash that like button, subscribe, and prepare yourself for one of the most deliciously justified revenge stories you'll hear all week. For most of her life, Nadine played the quiet role wife, mother, then grandmother. She'd raise 3 boys, worked 2 jobs to put them through college, and even after her husband passed, she carried the family on her back like it was instinct. But somewhere along the way, they stopped seeing her strength, especially Melissa, her youngest son's wife. Melissa was sharp-tongued and cold, the kind of person who always smiled while saying something mean. I guess we'll need to order softer food for Mom Nadine, she once quipped at Thanksgiving. Everyone chuckled. Nadine smiled too, but it stung. Still, Nadine held her tongue. She didn't want to be the dramatic mother-in-law. She just wanted to feel loved, respected. Her birthday rolled around a modest dinner at her son's house. She walked in carrying her homemade lemon tart, the same one she used to bake for them when they were kids. But no more one even looked up. They were glued to their phones, cutting over her head. Then came the toast. Melissa stood, wine glass in hand, eyes gleaming. "To Nadine," she said sweetly, "for teaching you as all that aging doesn't mean growing. Some people just get heavier thicker." The room went silent. A few nervous chuckles. One of her sons even sipped his drink like nothing had happened. Nadine felt her chest tighten. Her ears rang, and then she smiled. Not because it was funny, but because she had just made a decision. The next day, Nadine pulled out an old notebook filled with recipes, dates, and the addresses. But more importantly, memories. She had quietly kept track over the years of how she'd helped each of her children and their spouses. Thousands of dollars in emergency loans, babysitting, handing over her car when theirs broke down, paying rent once. When Melissa had lost her job, she tallied that up. Nearly $8.4 in child support. And she was done. Nadine called a lawyer. She changed her will, put her finances into a trust fund. Her children could only access under strict conditions. No more handouts. No more covering for them. Then came the final twist. She sent each family a formal letter, not emotional, not angry, explaining that while she would always love them, she would no more longer tolerate disrespect. "I gave my use for your comfort," she wrote, "but I will not give my dignity for your convenience." The fallout was immediate.